friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind God Updates and God Too, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Mom warns others when her toddler was nearly blinded from popular bath toy. Written by Bailey Sizemore. Read by Julie Provost. A mom warns others after her toddler was nearly blinded from a popular bath toy. A Chicago mom has an urgent message for others regarding a bath toy that she says is dangerous. This is a normal toy that is commonly in homes for children's bath times, but her own child was nearly blinded when he was playing with the bath toy. Eden Strong remembers the incident that hospitalized her son, Baylor. "I just remember praying, please don't take his eyes. He has such pretty eyes," recalled Eden. "My 2-year-old son was just having a bath," reported the mom. "Well, it looks like a little bit of irritation from getting water in his eyes from the tub toys. Then it turned into a full-blown cellulitis. His eyes worsened fairly quickly from a pink color to full brown infection. The progression only took about 12 hours. His eye was protruding from his face," Eden said. Then she added, "It was very obscured. He was running a raging fever." During Baylor's hospital visit, he received a CAT scan, as well as antibiotics for his infection. "I came to find out later that because the water is never fully expelled from those type of toys, they can just grow bacteria that you can't stop," Eden said. "A wish from the mother is that manufacturers that distribute the toys take a closer look at their product." Eden shares her disbelief as she hears from numerous parents that have been through the same thing. "I've been shocked," she commented. "I have a completely full inbox with parents sending me pictures of their children who have gone through the same thing. It really does seem to be a design issue across all manufacturers and not just one specific one. So I really hope even those people will look at this and take that into consideration." Luckily, Baylor has made a full recovery. His mother has obviously removed the offending bath toys, but she worries about the other kids out there whose parents and grandparents don't know about the dangers of the dangerous bacteria-filled water that could be hiding in the bath toys. Hopefully, by sharing Baylor's story, this information will help keep other families safe and will force the manufacturers to make much-needed design changes for the safety of their product. Innocent 11-year-old boy paid the ultimate price while protecting mom and unborn baby. Written by Hallie Wells. Read by Julie Provost. Classmates and teachers have nothing but loving words and fond memories of the 11-year-old boy who died protecting his mom and unborn sibling from harm. With a bright, beautiful smile and spirit, Jaden Perkins was described by friends as respectful, wise, open-minded, nice, amazing, and an outstanding person. His peers praised his character and his dancing abilities as they cried and mourned after learning that he had been killed by a convicted felon when he tried to protect his mom during the assault. On Wednesday, March 13th, Jaden's mother, Latira Smith, preparing her children for school, 37-year-old Crossley Brand allegedly showed up and forced his way inside the family's home in the Edgewater neighborhood of Chicago. Mr. Brand, with whom Jaden's mother had been in a relationship approximately 15 years prior, was released on parole just one day before the attack, according to Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling, during a press conference on Friday, March 15th, that aired on WGN9. Jaden tried to protect his mother, who was 8 months pregnant, according to County Attorney Kim Fox. Both were rushed to the hospital, but only Jaden's mother and her unborn child survived. They are expected to recover, however Jaden died as a result of his wounds. Frustrated that the assailant had been released on parole after violating probation multiple times, Chicago Police Superintendent Snelling said, "Let me start by saying this is something that should have never happened." Crosty Brand was serving a 16-year sentence for home invasion and an aggravated assault at the Stateville Correctional Center at the time of his March 12th parole release. In addition to Jaden and his pregnant mother, her 5-year-old son was also home at the time. Jaden's little brother, also a student at Pierce Elementary, witnessed the brutal attack and watched his 33-year-old mother be stabbed multiple times. He will undoubtedly remain traumatized by the events of that morning for years to come. According to the Chicago Police Chief of Detectives, Antoinette Rossetti, the attacker has a history of domestic abuse and violated orders of protection against him after being released on parole first in October. Detective Irasi shared during the press conference that he now faces multiple charges. These include first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, home invasion with a dangerous weapon, unlawful use of a weapon by a felon, and more. Jaden's friends testified to his love of performing. He had also been cast as the lead in several school plays, including Finding Nemo. One student shared that Jaden generally loved the world and loved anything in it. Jaden may have only lived 11 years, but his legacy of kindness and love will last well beyond his years. Hopefully, legislators, law enforcement, and the legal system will be able to use the lessons learned from this loss to prevent similar crimes in the future. A support fund started for the family on Cheddar Up. Praise the entire family, particularly Jaden's infectious laughter and kind heart. Let a righteous man strike me, that is a kindness. Let him rebuke me, that is oil on my head. My head will not refuse it, for my prayer will still be against the deeds of evildoers. Psalms 141:5.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.